get ready with me while I answer a few questions about myself, about my brand, everything there is. Let's get into it. Okay, first question. What is your favorite piece? This is hard because I feel like each new piece I come out with becomes my favorite. But I think my all-time favorite is, for rings, the Stargirl ring, and then for necklace, the Celestial Color necklace. I think she is just so different and so unique and something that like you can't really find anywhere else. I love her so much, and it's so sad to me because she is definitely not a crowd favorite, but she is my favorite. Oh my god. You guys are gonna see that I do my makeup very half-assed. I literally never do like full face anymore. I just do whatever the fuck I want. Okay, next question. What made you start your business? This is hard. Honestly, I don't really know. Like, I mean, yeah, the fact is that like I really was wanting to find some silver rings because I thought, you know, I would look cool as shit if I had like rings, you know, a daily stack, and I couldn't find good silver rings anywhere that I liked. And so I just kind of thought of the design for the Stargirl ring, and then I was like, you know what, Stargirl designs. And then I wrote up a whole business proposal, and then I just fucking got going. I kind of always had like an entrepreneurial spirit, and so, you know, it just made sense to me. Okay, next question. What is next for Stargirl Designs? This is a good question, and the answer is, I don't know. There is like a couple different avenues I could go down. I've been wanting to design a new necklace that I do everything custom, but like every single manufacturer I've reached out to simply does not understand the vibe, is not really doing what I want them to do, and so that's kind of hard. And I've also thought maybe, you know, maybe I do another like digital product, like, because I have the journal, the 30-day glow up journal. And so I thought maybe I'd do like a Stargirl energy guide and put literally everything that I know about affirmations, manifesting, rituals, all that type of stuff into a downloadable thing. So let me know down below if you guys are interested in that. I think it would be fun, and I feel like I have, why does it smell weird? I feel like I have a lot of knowledge to share that I think you guys would maybe enjoy, so let me know. What's been the hardest part? The hardest part for me has been not seeing the payoff, I guess, and it's been being patient. Because I understand, like, you can't build like a successful business in even like a year, and it hasn't even been a year for me, and it's just hard because like I put a lot of my own money into it, and sometimes I just don't see a return, and it's hard, especially when I'm at this like financial point in my life where I don't have a full-time job. So yeah, I would say that, and also the like legality side. It is like confusing and new to me, so there's that. But it is very rewarding, and I do really enjoy what I do. What do you do when you feel unmotivated? Truthfully, I take a fucking break. Like, sometimes you just have to listen to your body, and if it's saying don't, then you gotta just sit down and you gotta take a break. And sometimes that's when like your best ideas come, is when you are resting. And I think the idea of real rest and a real break has kind of gotten lost in our society, and we need to bring it back. Take more breaks. What advice would you give someone who wants to start a business? I would say make sure you're in it for the right reasons, because if you're just in it for the money, like, you're gonna be humbled, because you're not gonna make, well, most likely you're not gonna make a shit ton of money when you first start. And so you have to like really be obsessed and love what you do, because it is hard work, like actually hard, painstaking, long time work. And it does take quite a bit of money if you do not have any investors or anything like that. So just make sure you are in it for the right reasons. This blush has SPF in it. I'm obsessed. It's so cute. Can you see it? Okay, let me pull up the next question. What kind of girl is Stargirl Designs for? It is for literally all the girls. All the girls, all the gays, all the guys, literally anyone who loves being a little glam, loves a good jewelry stack, anyone who, you know, is a star. And that doesn't mean like you have to be like an influencer or an actor or celebrity. That means like you have star quality energy, and that is how you carry yourself in life. And I truly think if you're watching this video right now, you are a star girl. I make the rules, and so you're a star girl. Oh, thank God the air is turning on. It is like over 90s all week this week in California, and it is a little bit brutal, but like I love warm weather. You wouldn't think I do because I'm so pale, but I've been on a self-tanning strike for like over 6 months now. Last question, and then I think I'll probably just tell you guys a couple facts about myself. What's something people would be surprised to know about you? I think people would be surprised to know that I had a rare heart disorder, and I didn't learn about it until I was 19, because I was in college. It was my first year. I was gonna really get in the swing of cross-country season, and then one day at practice, what the fuck is happening here? Do you see this? We're just gonna ignore that. Anyways, one day at practice, I had like, my heart was beating so fast. And granted, I've had these like bouts of this before, but it never was this bad. Like, I thought I was gonna die. And I was laying on the ground, and I just like, I remember there's people around me, and I was laying on the ground, and I'm like, I'm gonna die here. Why didn't I speak up? I don't want to be a burden. But anyways, after that, I finally went to the doctor. Took like 6 weeks to get into the cardiologist. Got into the cardiologist, and they told me I had Wolff Parkinson White, and that I couldn't run. And that was devastating to me, which is hilarious because you will not catch me running now. But I had trained really hard for cross country, and I was honestly really devastated. And it was crazy because they're like, oh, it's like not likely that anything will happen. Like, you're probably not gonna die. And so I was like, okay, cool. No, you can't run. And so after that, I did tests, I did other things, and then I had to schedule a heart procedure. Got that heart procedure, and then I almost died twice after the heart procedure. So the first time was when they tried to sit me up to walk, and once they sat me up, my heart rate shot down, and it was scary because like I felt so awful. Like, I remember I barely could hold my head up, and like my mouth just tasted really gross. And I don't know if that's like a thing with like, I don't know, but I remember being like, I don't feel good. And I remember the nurse like had to go out and press the call button and get some help, and obviously I lived, but that was really scary. It was honestly traumatic. I forget about all of this, but anyways, after that, you know, things calmed down. I was fine, whatever. My sisters had went home, and it was just me and my mom, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm bleeding, and I was bleeding out of the incision spot where they went in, to go fix my heart, and I was like bleeding out. Mind you, nothing like insane, nothing crazy, but the lady, the nurse, had to come in and she had to put all of her weight on my like groin area, and that was the most pain that I've ever felt in my entire life. It hurt so bad, so bad. And I remember that after that I had to sleep like straight on my back all night, and it was miserable. It was miserable. I hated it, but I lived, and now I have a fixed heart. So you know, I am grateful to be living most days. I don't know how I missed this question, but it's hold on. How do you think of new designs? This is a good question. And the answer is, I kind of just, like, I have a manufacturer website and I go through and I see what like inspires me, and then if not that, I have an idea in my head, because I'm always thinking like, oh, I want this. I am like a shopping addict, and so I love finding new things that I would like to have. And so usually it just comes from, oh, I would like to have this for myself, and then it goes into making it for you guys. I think that is it, but before I go, I wanted to let you guys know that right now we have a promotion going on. If you spend $50, you get a free Celine ring, and Celine ring is adjustable. She's gorgeous, she's sturdy, and you're gonna want to get your hands on that while you can, obviously while supplies last. Go check out shopstargirldesigns.com right now and use code TikTok15, I'm pretty sure, for 15% off. I love you guys. See you next time.